All right, shalom. We are the Hebrew Israelites from GMS Toronto camp. All right, and today we're leaving Hamilton. All right, the city of Freemasonry. All right, city of Masons. All right, and one of the famous Masons is Joseph Brant, which was actually a Native American, a Gadite. All right, and he was a heavy Freemason. Okay. And here's a picture of him, and this is the article where we're gonna get some information about him, and we're gonna go through it with the scriptures. All right. So now, can the brothers get Ecclesiastes 12 and 10?
Ecclesiasticus?
Yeah, Ecclesiasticus 12 and 10.
Ecclesiasticus 12 and 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness.
Yeah, and this guy, he was fighting for the British. All right, so what is he doing? He's trusting his enemy. All right, and he has turned his people, all right, into a way that's not right. All right, he led them onto a reserve, which we're gonna reveal. All right, basically for them to die, because look at their conditions today. All right, you got Native Americans drinking what's it called again? Hairspray, yes, to get fucking drunk and shit. All right, so that's the so-called Freemason freedom that he gave to his fucking people. All right, keep going.
Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him.
Yeah, can you speak a little bit louder?
Okay. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him.
Yeah, so when the white man came over here, all right, what was happening? He could barely live. All right, so you best believe when he went to the Native Americans, he had his head down. All right, and he's saying, "Oh, show me how to grow crops. I don't know how to live. My people are dying." And then the Native Americans took him in as a brother, and then what did he do? He stabbed him in the back. All right, keep going.
And those shall be unto him as if thou hadst wiped a looking glass.
Mm-hmm.
And thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away.
Yeah, so that's what we're doing right now. We know that the white man's rust ain't done away. All right, he thinks that he's a Christian now and all type of things, and that was of the past and all type of bullshit. All right, but we know that rust ain't done away. All right, because what is he trying to establish now? He's trying to establish this Freemasonic New World Order. All right, keep going.
Set him not by thee, lest when he hath overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place.
Yeah, so what did you Native Americans have with this white man? You guys had peace treaties, all right? And then what happened? You have white chiefs after and all type of bullshit going on, all right? So you have now terrorists running around with Native Americans, thinking that they're the same like benefits, I guess, that Esau would give them is going right to an Edomite's hand. All right, and then what does he do? He doesn't divide it with the Native American people, because he's not native. All right, then you got certain let's say parliament members, right, who are native or whatever, and they deal with the government. All right, and what are they doing? They're selling out their people. All right, keep going.
Neither let him sit at thy right hand,
Yeah.
lest he seek to take thy seat. And thou at the last remember my words, and be pricked therewith.
Mm-hmm.
Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent?
Yeah, so when you see an East Indian get bit in the face by an anaconda because he's trying to, with his flute, trying to make the anaconda do tricks for him, what do? You laugh. That's a natural thing. You laugh at his ass. So what are we gonna do with you Native Americans that want to believe in the so-called white man? All right, you're talking about, I'm getting off the res, man. I'm better than them guys on the res, man. It's just a cycle of depression and all type of things over there. But yeah, so what? So what? You're gonna come down to the city now, and then what? Sell out. All right. You're gonna take your Freemason. You're gonna take the microchip. All right, which the Bible talks about the microchip. Okay, so when this sudden destruction comes on you, we're gonna laugh at you as well. Alright? Keep going.
Or any such as come nigh wild beasts. So one that goeth to a sinner, and is defiled with him in his sins, who will pity? For a while he will abide with thee, but if thou begin to fall, he will not tarry.
Yeah.
An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee in a pit.
Yeah.
He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood.
Yeah, so this guy Joseph Brant, alright, what did he do? He sold out his people, brought them on a reserve, alright, moved them all the way from the United States, brought them on a reserve to Canada, alright, for the white man to throw them in a pit, alright, and now he's known as some big Masonic legend. Why? Because he led his people into slavery, alright. He's a damn sellout, alright. So he's helping the white man throw his own people into a pit, alright. That's why they make certain Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans excel, because it's just to downgrade their own people. They might tell you otherwise, alright. Just like we're talking to this community worker today. She's talking about she's a community worker. She's a full-out Freemason, man, alright. And she ain't really looking to do nothing good for the community, alright? Because for one, she ain't teaching the truth, alright? So she don't, you know, she don't want to teach people that they're Israelites, okay? She's still celebrating Thanksgiving when that's the blood of the Native Americans, her brothers, alright? And then when the white man had his first Thanksgiving, where were you Negroes? You Negroes were shackled up, man. You're under the table, all right. Native Americans were laying around the table dead, shot up, and then you Negroes were laying under the table in chains, all right. And the white man was throwing the scraps to you, fucking, you know, under the table, man. All right. So keep going.
If adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first, and though he pretend to help thee, yet shall he undermine thee.
Yeah, so when the cold winter came in, the white man said, okay, we're gonna give you guys some smallpox, some blankets, and then it has smallpox rolled up in it. Alright? So he's right there at first. You think the white man's so good, oh, he helped us, so let's trade with him, you know? And then what? He fucked you up, just like he fucked you up in FEMA. And that's going for you Negroes, you Judites. Alright, you American Negroes. Alright, keep going.
He will shake his head and clap his hands, and whisper much and change his countenance.
Yeah.
And that's it.
I have a precept.
That's the so-called white man. Yeah, bring it out.
This is Book of Psalms 55 and 20. He had put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He had broken his covenant.
Yeah, so what did the white man do? He broke every single treaty that he had with the Native Americans. Alright? And he got some help by some sellout people like Joseph Brant. Alright? Keep going.
The words of his mouth were smoother than butter.
Yeah, that's the white man's words, you know. Came over here, oh, I'm a Christian, believe in white Jesus. And oh, we're gonna all hold hands together. But what did he have in his around his back? Keep going.
But war was in his heart.
Yeah, those Jesuits that came over here, they're Vatican assassins. They're trained in all type of poison, just like we're bringing out, you know. They're trafficking guns and all type of things. There was a whole divide and conquer. Get these people on two different sides and make them kill each other. That's what they did with you Negroes with the crack. That's what they're doing with you Native Americans and your alcohol. All right. They're giving you guns, giving you alcohol. That's what they're doing to you Latinos, giving you cocaine and guns. All right, Fast and the Furious. All right, and then after you have Operation Wide Receiver, that was before Operation Fast and the Furious. All right, keep going.
His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords.
Yeah, and what's the modern day sword? Is the gun. All right.
Cast thy burden upon the Lord, and he shall sustain thee. He shall never suffer the righteous to be moved. But thou, O power, shalt bring them down into the pit of destruction. bloody and deceitful men shall not live out half their days, but I will trust in thee.
Yeah, so we gotta put our burdens onto the Lord.
Yep.
All right, you Negroes that ain't doing that, you don't know the name of the Lord. You Native Americans who are calling upon on an eagle god or some type of foolishness. All right, or you natives, or you Latinos. All right, praying to Santa Muerte. All right, you ain't putting your trust in the Most High. All right, so when we see the fall of this enemy, all right, we know that this is gonna happen according to biblical prophecy. But when you see the fall of the so-called white man, you're gonna try to help pick him up. And what is he gonna do? He's gonna have a knife in his back pocket and stab your ass. All right, and bring both of you guys down. All right, that's the nature of the white man.
That was it.
All right, yeah. So let's bring out some of this article. All right, so this is from M Magazine. All right, this is International Joseph Brant, a Masonic legend. All right, the story of Joseph Brant, the Mohawk American Indian who fought for the Loyalists during the American War of Independence, has been retold by Iroquois peoples of the Six Nations and the American Freemasons for centuries, and today Brant is featured in many Masonic histories and is the topic of many websites. The story that is the most enduring is how Brant, a Mohawk chief, witnessed an American prisoner give a Masonic sign and spared the life of his fellow Mason. All right, so it ain't about his fellow Indian, it's about his fellow Mason. All right, so he's working for the white man. All right, he didn't care about you Native Americans. All right, this action went down in history, and Brant became the embodiment of the noble savage to Victorian England. This article will explain the events leading up to this event and how Brant in death created even more controversy as the legends of his life grew and expanded. All right, Brant was born in 1742 in the area around the banks of Ohio River. His Indian name was Thus and Ananaji, right? Meaning he places two bets. And as a child, he was educated at a Moors charity school for Indians in Lebanon, Connecticut, where he learned English and European history. All right, he became a favorite of Sir William Johnson, who had taken Brant's sister Molly as a mistress. All right, so he's an Indian favorite, just like the white man had. This is my Negro favorite. You know, the little kid patted him on his bum, fucking him in his ass. All right, this is the same thing that they have with you natives, man. All right, and you people want to love this so-called white man. All right, because right now you natives love the fucking white man. You got a big fucking Edomite rod up your ass right now, man. All right. Although they were married later after Johnson's wife died, Johnson was the British superintendent for Northern Indian Affairs and became close to the Mohawk people and enlisted their allegiance in the French and Indian War of 1754 to 1763, with a young Brant taking up arms for the British.